Put on fan low. Give it a sec to kick on. Blowing.
You're not gonna do the hair thing? You got it, there you go. Put your head right under that thing. Shake that head. There you go. Now we know it's working.
You know, my hair used to be real long.
That's all pictures. Today's video is bringing you an installation of a thermostat. A thermostat for your second RV air conditioner that you had to install that has the little knobs on it. A couple years ago, I installed a 13,500 BTU air conditioner in the front of my RV. If you have not watched that video, you gotta watch it. It is an awesome video, an easy installation video for an air conditioner. That being said, the air conditioner did not come with a thermostat. Hey everybody, if you have not subscribed, please do by I good. If you have not subscribed, please do so by hitting that subscribe button. Go a step further. It is a rainy day today, gloomy day. I could not ask for a better day than to do this thermostat today. Hit that bell and you will get notified for videos like this. But in the meantime, I am bringing to you the installation of a thermostat. I do want to say, if you have not watched my video for the air conditioner install on this RV, please go back a few years ago and watch it. I purchased an air conditioner and it had knobs. Very simple. Those knobs are to power on the air conditioner, okay, and to set the temperature. So this did not come with a thermostat. I've been getting a lot of comments by email saying, hey, you have a thermostat wire in your wall right behind your switch. So one day, there's my switch. One day I disconnected that switch when I was on the road and I found a wire behind it. So I ran it up this wall, I pulled it out, and I connected a thermostat that looks identical to the thermostat in the kitchen. So in the description, I have a link for the thermostat that I purchased for my Mach 3 air conditioner. I believe they are similar, but what you need to do is go Google or go to Amazon and put in the air conditioner that you purchased and just say thermostat for AC Mach 13,500 and you'll see all the thermostats that appear. So the one I purchased was this one right here. Okay, and cool only. That's all we're doing. We do not have a heat cool, so we're cool only. So after purchasing this, you'll see it comes with a diagram. Okay, cool only is on top, and the heat and cool and heat and cool. So we are going to forget about these two and just concentrate on the diagram where it says cool only. I know it's ripped right there, but they had tape on it. Come on. There we go. Slide these out of the way. Still good. See, it's 4 screws. One there, one here, and one there. You got to use a drill that has a long enough drill bit. And this will look very, very familiar. This is what we installed a few years ago together. Thermostat will not work unless it has a control box. So what I did, I purchased a control box that will take place of that box right there. So here's your hot, your ground, and your negative wire there. So black, white, green. And here is your control box. You'll notice that it has a W, a GL, a GH, a Y, and a B minus, and a freeze. So this one has a freeze on it and has most of those wires going to this, except it does not have any way to control the thermostat from there. So making sure all the power is off in the RV, I'm going to remove this section right here from the top there, and I'm going to let it hang. It's nice that all these screws are the same, that you don't have to worry about what screws go where. They're all the same size. So what's holding this up right now is this chute. If you see this chute right here, you gotta kind of peel it away, and you'll notice that there's a little black tape around there, which is not a problem. You can always reattach it. And I'm gonna make sure no power is going to this right here. Nothing at all. What you see is the lights that's for the 12 volt. That's got nothing to do with the power running to the AC. So what you're seeing is the inside of this control box. We have no use for this after we install that control box. So what we're going to do is we are going to unscrew that wire, pull it through, disconnect, and we're free to go to install the new one. There we go. This is the back of it, and you'll notice that's what I unplugged just now, and I disconnected all those wires. And there's your orange diagram, and on the back of this control panel box, it has its own diagram, so we're going to keep that all separate. Now, looking back on this right here, this is your electrical, that controls your air conditioner, and this is your thermostat wire. Now, what came with the new control panel is this right here, what you're looking at. It gives you the diagram, it gives you your own wire nuts, and it gives you your own freeze wire, and it also gives you that black piece right there that actually goes right there. Your wires would feed through, and that would feed that yellow wire right through it. I am going to get my wires ready. So you can use one or two things. You could use the black clip that they gave you, or you could use the metal clamp, but you got to use something so this way it secures the wire in there and it does not move as you're driving. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the metal one that I'm used to using. So basically I will put it inside here. There, it's nice and right there. That's how it looks. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and tighten it real quick with my pliers right here, and I'll feed the wires through it. So I'll take the wires, and there's no power running, so all right, right there, that should be enough. It might be too much, but that should be enough. So I'll take my drill and I'll go ahead and screw these in to tighten that wire down. Now that wire is secured, if you could see, right there is secured. So now I'm going to slice that wire open. I'm going to slice the wire open because I want to expose the wire. Make sure that the white is going on the white, the black is going on the black. Didn't we do this before when we were hooking up the air conditioner? So we have white will go with white, black will go with black, and ground is always green. I hope. Just kidding, it is. So I am going to go ahead and use the wire ties like a lot of people said don't do. I'm going to go ahead and attach the power onto this. Here goes wire tie number one. Number two. The black, the green, and the white. And what this will do, this will go inside this box, this side of the box right here. This is your new AC control panel. This green mesh wire will get connected right to that right there. So basically we remove the cover, we remove the old control panel, we purchased a new control box that has the capability of running a thermostat in your RV in the front, the one that didn't come with a thermostat. So you might find yourself in a situation where the letters do not match up with the letters on the thermostat in the control panel. So I've called in some backup, see what his thought is, and this is why we throw these videos out there. Because you could run into problems, you could run into situations, and this is one situation where I'm not sure, so I'm gonna hold it. My buddy's coming over right now. We are gonna walk it through, and hopefully he can explain it better than I can and get this right. So I told you that when I struggle with something, I always get a second opinion, and today my buddy Curtis just came over to give me a hand, thankfully, because this was more work than I thought, and I would have never accomplished this if he didn't come over and use his brain. Something that I don't have a lot of. So we found a problem, and I am not going to even begin to explain it. I'm going to have Curtis explain it, and I left off by I connected this, which is right there, and that's it. So I'm going to shoot it over to you, and where do we start?
We're missing the 12-volt power supply to the thermostat. So we had to find a 12-volt source, which we ended up taking it off of the switch in the bedroom. And we ended up finding the hot that came from the controller the front of the camper. And so we wired the 12 volt into the source, because if you put it on the other end of the switch, this thermostat would be controlled by the switch.
So when you turn your light on, the thermostat would turn on if you put it on the other side.
If it was on the wrong side. So as you can see,
it's working. Yep,
it's working and it stays on.
Right. So basically you're pulling power, a 12 volt power to power this.
Correct. And then the other missing link that took us a while to figure out was the neutral situation up here on the controller. So in this case, this unit that's on this RV that we're wiring is only air conditioning. So you can see right here that the fan low is attached to the GL. Doesn't matter what color it is, you just need to make sure they match. So you have the fan low on the GL, the GH stands for fan high, and then you have your yellow, which turns on your compressor, and then your blue is your neutral wire, which is the 12 volt. So, and then the red is your 12 volt positive.
Got it.
Off the batteries. Not hot, I hope.
Nope, it's not hot.
We will check.
We left it off. We always double check.
There's
green is good.
The blue wire, or the thermostat connection labeled blue minus.
So B minus, yeah.
B minus is going to be your 12 volt negative. So you need a neutral wire that goes on there. So we did that with some wire we had left.
Okay, so this black wire is not a positive or a negative. It's actually just a spare wire we had laying around, and we connected it from the B minus on the AC control box, right, through the ceiling to
a neutral wire on the light. Or anywhere there's a 12 volt neutral wire in your camper, you could use that circuit. So the missing link for us, which the instructions did a very terrible job explaining,
of course,
is the 12 volt negative that needs to be attached to the neutral wire that goes back to the control panel in the front of the camper. Because the only neutral wire that is on this control box is a 120, but you actually need a 12 volt as well. So we did that by attaching it to the B minus on here. I drew it on here, the missing link. So here's the controller wiring diagram. You have your B minus, which goes to the thermostat, which is over here. Second one down, blue.
Right. So you cannot use the same neutral as the 50 amp bars, right?
No.
You have to use the 12 volt.
You have to use a 12 volt.
Got it.
The missing piece is the transformer. So all these connections here are powered on 12 volts, but there's nothing powering it. So we accomplished that by finding a 12 volt light switch in the camper and wiring this red wire to this switch. The red wire comes down here. Here's our 12 volt. And then the other piece, it was easier to just find a close 12 volt neutral wire.
Got it.
Essentially, you could just run a wire all the way back to here and connect to here and then connect to another 12 volt source over here, but it's easier for us just to run a wire from not even 2 feet.
Right.
Just to find any 12 volt connection.
So we sat here for, would you say, an hour and a half?
Probably.
Trying to problem solve everything.
Thought the wiring was bad.
We changed thermostats. We actually thought the thermostat wire.
Actually, the thermostat was bad, the first one we installed.
The first one, yes. But we actually thought the thermostat wire was bad. Then we went and we thought the electrical wire was bad. Then we thought the neutral from the electrical wire to the panel was bad. But this just tells you that just keep moving. Actually, I want to say this. I was like, well, you know, Curtis, maybe we'll just go back to the old one. And he looked at me and said, well, you giving up on me? And right there when he said that, I said, no, we're doing this. You could figure this out, not me. You could figure this out, and I'll let you do it. So we did it. You did it. Thank you.
It's cold in here.
I know. Well, when we got in here, it was 51. Now I think it's 64. Yep, you're sticking it right in the coil.
Is there a spot where you already have one stuck in?
Yeah, it's like to your left a little. It's all right. Just stick it right in there.
It's all right. It's in.
There you go.
Put on fan low. Give it a sec to kick on. Blowing.
You're not gonna do the hair thing? You got it. There you go. Put your head right under that thing. Shake that head. There you go. Now we know it's working.
You know, my hair used to be real low.
I saw pictures.
Now we're checking high.
Do the
really
hair thing.
going.
Yeah, do the hair thing. There we go.
I don't need to make it colder in here.
No, it's colder.
But
it's cold enough.
AC just kicked on. You can hear it. See it crank down. And then now turn it off. Because it's like 50 degrees outside.
That should go on.
Alright.
It worked.
Alright, so now we're just going to put this back on the wall. Actually, we just want to make sure all our connections are in. Nothing shorting. Actually, that little connection there on that blue wire, we're going to shorten that one just a little bit because we don't want anything crossing. So we're just going to pop it out. I know this is not the best flathead.
Hey, you're my guy doing it. It's okay.
Yeah. Typically you want to use like a little skinny one for electronics, but
whoa!
We still got the power on.
That's right.
Alright, let's turn it off. We just trimmed it down a little bit. We're gonna pop it in.
And those wires, once you push, they lock. They're
Just turn it off.
nice. Look at that. And you know what's so pretty about that? It looks like it works.
It does work.
Right. But no, it just actually, it's been sitting there for like a year and a half. All right.
Make sure this is the right side up. Some deep screws for that thin wall.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just make sure you put the light switch the right side up.
Nice.
You don't want to over torque those because then you will strip them out.
Yeah, especially with the paneling, right? Nice. That'll do
That's
it.
the right side up.
Yeah, now we get to try and...
just pop the breaker one more time.
Yeah.
Make sure it comes on. Go.
It's on. It's on full high. That's it. Let's see where... That was luck. So I'm going to make sure the chute, because remember I did that double-sided tape when I installed this, and I think they redid it when they did the roof. And by the way, if you have not seen that roof video, The sealant, check it out. It was our last video we released 2 weeks ago. Never have to worry about an RV roof repair again. Ever. Okay. So now you'll notice this panel here. Would you call it a panel or a cover?
I would call it a cover.
The cover has the 2 holes. I told you I wasn't concerned about that. They do sell the stickers. Am I yelling?
No.
Okay. They do sell the stickers that you can put over it, like a Coleman's Mach, the whole sticker. I'm not really concerned at all.
White duct tape.
Yeah, duct tape, right?
White.
White, yeah. So I'm just gonna put a couple pieces of tape, I think. So you want to make sure your vents are obviously where your chute is, and that's it. Gosh, that don't take much. We're good? Yes. Throw these in here real quick.
I actually got some carbon filters off of Amazon, like a roll.
How'd you do that?
And I cut them in the shape of that and put them up. It just purifies the air more, takes out odors.
Really?
So it's
So
just
what?
a big sheet.
You put it here?
Yep, you just cut it. So I would just take that filter.
This.
Yep, and I would trace it on a piece of this carbon filter. They use it in air purifiers.
Ooh.
And then just cut it out with some scissors and put it up in front of that filter.
Here I am, I'm driving with my son, and he's like, you know, we're on the way to soccer, and he's like, I put the air on because it was like 84 degrees. He's like, what are you doing? Like, put the air on. We're on the way to soccer. It's 84 degrees out. I want to get cool before I play. He goes, that takes gas. Gosh, are you kidding me? I'm not going to deal with this? So we are done. To me, it was a lot of work. To some people, it's not. I know to Curtis, it was a breeze. That just tells you what this channel does. It helps everybody out. Do you want to say anything about this? Because I know it was a little struggle in the beginning.
Not really. I mean, we figured it out. Now that we know what the issue was, it's pretty straightforward. If we were to do it all over again, it probably wouldn't take any more than an hour.
Right.
Tops from start to finish.
Right.
But took us a little longer.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we're learning.
And we managed, and we pushed through it. So I do want to say, if you have any comments, if you have any questions, y'all been emailing me. That's great. But if you want to leave a comment in the section below, either me or Curtis, if he can answer it, he will. I will say this: we are not an RV expert. We are not mechanics. We are not electricians. We are not air conditioning service people. We are just individuals that do our own work, and we want to share it. So do it at your own risk, and we are not responsible, pretty much. I mean, because anything can happen, right? So hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not. But in the meantime, Curtis, thank you, man. I appreciate friendship, I appreciate him, and I appreciate all you guys. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Thumbs up, because Sandy usually does the thumbs up for me. No, you're Sandy. All right, see you guys.